Dank Farrick, Carl Weathers, you did it. I'm Brian Carey, and this is Cannonballs, a comedy podcast where we discuss the plot of all the Star Wars media that Disney has deemed canon, including books, comics, TV, and movies. I'm joined, as always, by my co-hosts, Matt Martirosian, Aaron Laramie, and Wesley High M. Count Isaac.
Pull up! All craft, pull up!
So the first time you guys ever get to hear the intro music on your end. Look at me learning technology. I think that's the first Wes has ever heard the song, actually.
That's not true. I heard a bit of it once when I tried to watch one of these episodes, and I was like, this is garbage.
This is the first time Wes realized it was a Star Wars podcast.
Oh, wait. I thought we were just doing like a video chat. This goes out to people?
No, that's right.
Yeah, that'd be crazy if we just did a video chat like once a week and did awards on them. We did our own award show.
I didn't tell you guys.
It's just Brian is donkey flap. He's just commenting all the things in the chat.
For my biographer.
Oh fuck!
But no, we're
oh man,
we may pass our highest viewed episode ever with our episode 2, our chapter 10. I should start calling these episodes what they're called. Our chapter 10 episode.
Probably.
That's confusing.
Our discussion of Frog Lady, No Nut November.
Of course.
Tudor was there. It's up at 72.
I was gonna say Tudor is the common denominator.
That's right. You're fired, Marty. It's up at 72.
Dude, last
views.
week too. Last week has like 50 or some shit. I don't know
It's
who's
at
watching
42,
them,
so
but it's not me.
It's exciting. So if you've gotten
Yeah.
this far into the podcast, we're at about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Go listen to the one from a couple weeks ago. Get that over 81.
The other 30 episodes.
Yeah, just run it in the background while you're doing other stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
classic.
think, I think it's a good
how I
time
watch
to plug
everything.
Our socials.
So, despite me misspelling Mandalorian in the title of that video, it's successful. Mandalorian, I wrote.
I believe that I just came up with a new way to get more viewers.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Let's hear it, bud.
Either in the title of every episode or the description, misspell one word. The first one to get it right, we give them a 5-minute guest spot on the episode.
I could do that.
Ooh.
That's a great idea. So, how does that get us more viewers insteed of the viewers we already have?
How does Brian giving himself 5 minutes mean anything?
That way Brian watches it. God.
I'll make my
That's an
intro
immediate
monologue 5
appearance.
minutes. I'll be like a late night
guys
talk
really-
show host.
You guys really don't know how 5 minutes works, do you?
Explain to me like I'm 5 West. How
Is
does
that
5
next show?
minutes work?
Is that a sex joke? Maybe.
So, question, guys. Which Spy Kids movie is the best?
Spy Kids 1, the original with a thumb.
The one with the thumbs.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
That's the
That's a
correct
great answer.
Aaron. They are remaking Shark
They're
Boy and
remaking
Lava
it, right?
Girls.
Yeah.
And
What?
yep. So
Dude,
Taylor
Google the pictures.
Taylor
Is it Taylor
Lautner will not
Lautner
be
No.
Taylor Lautner will not be
No.
reprising his.
I mean, he's not doing anything else. He could be like
It's
a
Robert
media
Pattinson
influence.
is Shark Boy.
You guys,
Oddly enough.
Oh, solid.
He's doing Batman, and now he's doing Shark Boy. He's running the gamut for fucking
yeah, he's doing all the important superheroes.
yeah.
Oh my god, that's.
They got 19% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm pretty sure Robert Pattinson also voices Mermaid Man in the Battle for Bikini Bottom, so
He might.
might as well be.
Tim or Daniel Day-Lewis or somebody. Somebody good.
Taylor Dooley will be reprising her role as Lava Girl.
I mean, what
I
else?
wonder
has he
why.
done?
Name any other Taylor Dooley films.
Yeah.
Taylor Dooley is like the Hayden Christensen of the Shark Boy Lava Girl universe. They haven't done anything else since.
Yo, hot take.
It's like the what's his name?
Literally, hot take Lava Girl. Get it? Boom.
So I'm only seeing 3 things on her IMDb. Oh wait, nope, 10 credits. Let's see.
I liked it, Marty.
That's funny.
Oh boy, this is bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, literally,
it
I
count
was
as-
reading up on Google. You didn't tell us there was homework, Ryan.
Oh,
Does
no,
it
I
count
never
as
do.
10 when 2 of them are Shark Boy and Lava Girl and the remake of Shark Boy and Lava Girl?
So they're replacing Taylor Lautner with JJ Dashnaw. Top 5 Dashnaws.
God.
Tyler Gashnaw, the pitcher for the Rays.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
I think you've exhausted the list
Close
of
enough.
Dashnaws.
Yeah.
Steve Dashnaw.
Yeah. It's the kid from The Incredibles.
So the right answer is Spy Kids 3D is the right answer, where they go in the video
Spy Kids
game.
3D is buns, dude.
Yep,
You're-
and there's
3D?
all the
No,
it's
you don't
early
like Thumb Thumbs?
3D, where there's all the cheap like 3D gags where they're just like,
It's like the
oh no, I
whoa,
dropped
and it
something
comes-
right
yeah.
at the camera.
Something
Yeah, they're like-
floats like by the screen, someone reaches out to grab it.
Yeah, just scenes that make no sense. Like at a funeral, like the dead body comes out at you, and you're like, "Why would that happen?"
If they remade the movie with the Thumb Thumbs, like you'd have some killer guest stars in there. Like you'd have, I don't know, like Robert De Niro is a Thumb Thumb.
Oh, are we
Dude, that'd be
recasting
great.
Spy
Whoever
Kids?
you want.
Let's do it. We're recasting Spy Kids. I like to put Tom Holland in everything, so he's going to be Junie.
It's a great idea.
Ooh, you know who we really need?
Who?
Joseph.
Oh, Joseph Gordon-Levitt's the Antonio Banderas character.
Exactly. I was going to say the dad.
And Antonio Banderas plays a cat.
Yeah, we're going to... So far, we're replacing... Actually, I don't know if Junie's Spanish, but he plays a Spanish kid. We're whitewashing Spy Kids.
Spy Kids America edition.
Yeah. Dude, Robert Rodriguez is going to be.
It's like the opposite of Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yeah, you go the other way. You just make it more and more white
Yeah.
as you go on, because that's what we need.
We
Okay,
need to
so
blackface.
It's the number 1 movie in Wyoming.
Emma Stone is the mom.
Holy shit, that's idiotic.
Is there enough age gap between Joseph
girl.
Gordon-Levitt and
No,
Tom
we
Holland?
make it
Probably
work.
not.
We make it just make no sense.
Joseph
The kids are
Gordon-Levitt can
played.
do anything. He can just grow a beard. He can grow into that world.
I like he can do anything, and the first thing that he can do is grow a beard.
I actually went on a Joseph Gordon-Levitt like movie marathon the other week on Netflix. It involves Snowden and the trial of 7 or something. The Chicago trials. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Great show.
Ooh.
If I can
With,
name
yeah,
the movie.
yeah, Borat's in it, and he's like,
Borat's
"I
in
like
it.
freedom. I like freedom, and I like you.
Yeah.
I don't like a war." And I'm like, "Yeah, I got you. Either, bro."
Nobody
You know,
liked
what's
the war.
you know what's a fun movie marathon to do? Justin Long.
Oh, you realize how much he's in.
I would say it's
I was like,
He's in it a lot.
he's in this too. I'm like, I have to watch this now.
How about that
Oh,
Shark
yeah.
Boy Lava Girl? We
No,
have
he's probably in
We
everything.
have Sacha Baron Cohen as the dad and Justin Long as Judy.
I'd watch that.
Oh man.
Just saying.
You know, I like how filmography displays on my phone way better than on oh, he's in the Jay and Silent Bob reboot as their lawyer. Why?
Which one? Who are you
Justin
talking about?
Long?
Justin Long.
Justin Long. We can watch Tusk. You guys know that movie?
Yeah, where he becomes a
Tell us
walrus.
about Tusk.
Yes. He's turned into a walrus. Yep. That's not a joke.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's an actual film that was made by people.
Oh, we could watch Alvin and the Chipmunks, The Road Trip, because he
Oh,
voices
yep.
Alvin.
Dodgeball.
Yep, we can watch Dodgeball. Yep.
There's a
Damn.
romantic comedy one that he's in that makes almost no sense, where he shows up at the girl's wedding, and he like tries to win her back but doesn't, and he just runs
Is this-
away.
Is this Table 17? Is he in table 17?
I don't know. You have the thing up, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I'm just looking at you guys.
It's not table 17. It's a different movie.
All right.
What is Table 17?
It's an awful movie. It's I never remember her name. The girl from Pitch Perfect.
Oh, Anna Kendrick.
Yeah, Anna Kendrick's in it. And basically she was going to be the bridesmaid, but she broke up with the man of honor. So she got booted to like the last table at the wedding, and she just hangs out with these kind of
only 17 tables?
I guess.
Small ass wedding.
She just hangs out with these kind of peripheral people of the people getting married life. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen, to be honest. You should not watch it.
There's another one that's very similar to that. There's like a Christmas special one. I don't think anybody important's in it, but
table 19, it's like not table 17. Table 17's the prequel.
Slave Bell's 19.
That makes more sense. But like these people are gonna get married, and then like the husband cheats on her with one of the bridesmaids, like the maid of honor, and then the bride's cool with it, and they like the maid of honor and the husband get married, and then she finds some other dude like at the wedding. Yeah, no, that's a different thing. That's porn. I'm talking about I'm talking about an actual
plumber
film.
shows up to fix the sink.
They order a big sausage pizza.
It's just this girl and her stepbrother that are home.
Sorry, Wes, I was looking at my phone. I wasn't listening.
I think Wes is actually frozen
Wes
this time.
is
Oh, there he
Mardi.
is. He's moving.
What am I doing?
Wes, instead of watching porn.
Right now?
Me.
Like right now.
Oh, my mom? I don't ask.
Let me text my mom. All right.
Do you want me to? I can check.
Yeah, you check. We'll get started talking about this episode that you haven't watched.
What do you mean I haven't watched? I know enough about it. He's a guy and he likes babies. So
that's right.
We're good.
He's a jolly good fellow.
Carl Weathers did like the baby. We'll get there. But so
it's trying to eat me. Go ahead.
I did spoil it for you that Carl Weathers was directing this episode, so I told you nothing would happen. There was some significant shit. We'll get there.
Great.
So you didn't spoil it, is what you're saying?
I did spoil it last week when I told you Carl Weathers was directing.
Mm-hmm.
I basically told you we're not going to see Ahsoka Tano this week. That was the spoiler.
Well, yeah.
Next
I don't think
so. It's called Jedi.
Yeah.
It is
I wonder
called Jedi.
I wonder what it's about.
Honestly, this episode
Baby
was
Yoda.
called The Siege. I thought it may be like a little flashback to the Siege of Mandalore, but I was wrong. Carl Weathers might have for
I
some
think they
reason
just
been
do
there.
that to fuck with you. They do that just to mess with you.
I'm fully into the idea that we don't meet Ahsoka Tano next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one after that's called Darth Vader Survived.
Boom! Hayden Christensen's comeback. It's complete.
I'm like, oh no! What have they done?
It's called Darth Jar Jar.
Yeah. Episode 8 is Mando versus. Yeah.
Have you ever heard like what happens to Darth Maul once he gets like cut in half? He like lives underground, and he becomes a spider creature.
He's a big spider.
That's how I imagine Hayden Christensen has lived since Revenge of the Sith.
Like him personally, like as an actor.
Yeah. He has become half spider, half.
Well, he
spider.
lost his legs, so his legs have the top half of a spider.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah, I
top
have a
half is Darth
question.
Vader.
Backpacking off of Brian's statement. So Darth Maul ends up in that pit, and he gets like this. He meet a fully robotic spider. He's like, "Yo, let's have these." And the spider's like, "Okay." And he takes not human legs, but he takes like person legs, and then it's like a top half spider, bottom half Darth Maul legs.
Yeah, so you're asking if there's a giant robotic spider walking around on Darth Maul's little legs?
Yeah, I'm curious. Is that a thing?
Maybe.
I think it's.
I think it was more of.
I think he just constructs his own spider legs.
Yeah.
He's in a dump or whatever, and he just takes all the metal. And for some reason, he's like, you know what, spider leg would be a good look for me.
Oh yeah, totally.
You know,
He's rocking the horns. Maybe that's.
You gotta be super unsanitary. Have like half of your torso with no legs just in a dump. Like, I'm sure there's a bunch of infections that he easily could have gotten.
Absolutely.
I can't.
There's no infections in Star Wars. All right, so
Star Wars.
we get a little flashback, a long one that cuts back to Chapter 1, the first episode of Mandalorian.
I don't even remember that shit.
Just so, we remember who Mithril is. We'll get there.
Yeah, he's the armor that you wear so the troll doesn't kill you. Everybody knows that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's a surprise.
So
They're like, "Oh, he's
the
wearing
little last time on Mandalorian ends with Din saying, "I finally know where I'm taking you," to Baby Yoda. So we start off. He's got Baby Yoda in the engine.
Sorry. Do you guys remember watching Lord of the Rings for the first time?
I do. It happened this year.
Frodo is sitting there, and he goes to visit Bilbo, and Bilbo's like, he's all beat up in his bed, and he's all tired and shit. And Frodo's like, "Hey, bud, what about the ring?" And he's like, "Ah!" Holy shit! I remember.
He's like, "Hey, Frodo, you still got that ring of mine?" He's like, "No, bro." And he's like, "Ooh." Ah! And I was like, "Oh!" I just remember the little kid. I just threw up all over myself, and I was like, my dad was like, "Why?"
Scene in any movie, I swear to fucking God.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh," and he's like, "I'm sorry, boy. I don't know." And I was like,
"Whoops."
"Oh, that seems."
Bilbo lives
that seems like
rent-free in Aaron's head.
Dude, in every child that saw that movie.
Yeah.
Right.
My brother was scared of that for just months on end.
I shrugged it off, I guess, because I was this many years old when I saw the Lord of the Rings.
You're in your mid-20s.
Is it because you're a grown ass man? And he was like, "Oh, is that my ring?" Yeah, and you were like, "Okay, dude, like calm down."
Like, you're overacting.
Wait, Brian, when did you watch Lord of the Rings? Because I just watched it for the first time like last year.
It was this year. It was
How about that?
June, I want to say. I thought you were a big
about
fan.
that?
I talk about me watching Lord of the Rings on the podcast. Who's our Donkey Flap? Donkey Flap, you're the historian of
Number one
Cannonballs.
fan.
Tell us what episode I talked about Lord of the Rings on.
They probably had Daryl in it, and I was disinterested.
Oh,
That was the trough.
Let's try French there for a second. Yeah.
dude, you guys just ever talk like with a French accent
I
for
do.
no reason?
Yeah, when
Like,
I make
all
a
the time?
move in like Sorry, when I play board games or something, and I make a good move, I just go ha ha. And the person is just like flustered.
Yeah. And then the person
there's
gets up and leaves.
there's no coming back from that.
No. Speaking of snails, ha ha.
So, Baby Yoda has started his apprenticeship as a mechanic, as Din has him climbing through the engine, connecting some wires. It was a real kind of Baby Groot moment where he's like, "No, connect the blue to the red and the red to the blue." And Baby Yoda electrocutes himself because he's not a mechanic, he's a baby.
And how does he understand common language?
Yeah, I agree. Since
How do
when
we
can he
know
understand things?
I'm unimpressed. You guys haven't sold me on this episode yet.
So, because of the ship
Really,
troubles,
we're literally just in like the first 2 seconds.
oh yeah, we just started. Because of the ship troubles, we've got to go back to Navarro to see our buddy Carl Weathers, aka Grief Cargo, aka Even Stevens.
Deanna Navarro West baseball.
Is that the reference?
No, I have another one.
Have you ever been a super average catcher that's pretty much like a backup? Then you might know Deanna Navarro.
From the planet Navarro.
Big friends with Grief Cargo. Grief Cargo Navarro. Welcome to the team. Everybody hates you, but we like you. We're Tampa Bay, and we like you. Everybody hates you. Welcome to Tampa. Evan Longoria's here. Hey, don't worry. Scott Casimir throwing you. Welcome to Tampa.
You get to work for food, and we're Even Steven.
So we cut to Cara Dune, who is in some weird bar, stopping these aliens from eating this rat dog, lemur, meerkat, Timon looking thing.
I figured she'd be stopping the aliens from voting for Biden, but I guess
Cara Dune, She might be.
They were like, we want to cast our vote, and she's like, these are illegal. These are illegitimate votes. You aliens didn't register. You're aliens, for God's sakes. Probably illegal. And I'm like, oh, that's not a good look, buddy.
The Emperor already won the vote by a lot.
I heard the Emperor declared himself winner.
The Emperor won. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he won a recount in Navarro.
Does that make Jar Jar Binks Mitch McConnell?
No. Jar Jar McConnell? Mitch Binks? We'll figure it out.
I think Mitch Binks.
You like Mitch Binks?
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
We got to get that going on our TikTok. We'll be famous.
Yeah, hashtag Mitch Binks.
Moscow Mitch Binks.
Oh man, that's such a great drink. Should make a drink.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's a great time for the holidays. Mix yourself a Moscow Mitch Binks.
It's filled with fraud.
Yeah.
Have,
it's
like,
just a mixture of whatever beers you have around, whatever alcohol. Anything that will get you there.
It's like when you're cleaning up a room and you have like all these half drunken things, like this half coffee I have, and you have a bottle with a cap, so you just pour them all into that and cap it and put it in your trash. You guys don't do that?
That's
all right.
a Moscow Mitch.
Well, that's a nice Moscow Mitch you got there.
Holy shit. That's funny.
So Kara rescues the rat, dog, lemur, meerkat, Timon looking motherfucker. No importance to the rest of the story.
Oh, I thought you were going to be like, no Pumbaa.
No Pumbaa.
Wasn't there.
I'm going to start
That's
using
the big person from that we're fighting each other.
Yes.
I'm going
the rock.
to start using no Pumbaa in my normal conversations. Like, yeah, I had a burger the other day with a bunch of cheese, no Pumbaa.
No,
And they'd be like, what? What does that mean? Like,
are you replacing no cap?
It's like hip language. I just don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, dude, I just bought brand new shoes, no Pumbaa. They'd be like, what?
You didn't buy Pumas?
I was going to say, that's almost a Puma joke.
I'm wearing no Puma shirt, no Puma.
Yeah.
Yes, Puma.
Marty's got a shirt on, no Pumbaa.
I think, I think this could work. We could definitely get sponsored by Pumbaa.
Yeah.
This episode is called No Pumbaa.
So, Din flies in with his fucked up Razor Crest ship, and Grief Cargo's there to meet him. Says, hey, if we fix the ship, we'll be even, I guess.
Even Stevens.
Let's hear it, Ryan.
Oh, we're even Stevens after I fix this ship, you and I. I do need your help, though. We'll get there.
You see, he grew out a gray beard for this episode.
Yeah, he's got this, like, so how long has it been? So Grief Cargo is now Magistrate of Navarro. I think that President, whatever.
That sounds like a porn.
He's super into Baby Yoda now. He's like, oh, let me hold the baby. Gucci, Gucci, goo. I was like, you thought he was going to eat you last time we saw him.
Do you think the phrase is Gucci, Gucci, goo, Brian?
Yeah.
I think it's Gucci.
Gucci, Gucci, goo.
Yeah,
Gucci babe.
Brian, Brian's so bougie.
They're going to be like, a Gucci goo.
Gucci, Gucci, Versace goo.
Killed Mardi. He's dead.
It sounds right to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm
Thank
on board.
you, Wes.
I don't know enough about famous brands to dispute it.
So I found like Dave Filoni, who I think writes the whole show, really loves to quote Star Wars because Grief Cargo goes, "Oh, there's no more slum or villainy in Navarro," like Obi-Wan referencing Mos Eisley Spaceport. Never has there been a more, I don't know the whole quote, slum and villainy.
Just make it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, how long has it
Pumbaa.
been? Because the whole place is cleaned up. Cara Dune is the sheriff, I guess.
Oh
And
shit, man! Everybody moved up. Everybody used to be like outcasts, and now they're like in charge of the government. You know why? Carl Weathers was like, I really want the Carl Weathers character to be in charge. Let's ask the director. And he sat in the other chair and he was like, I think that's a good idea. And he came back over and he was like, thank you. And that's how he did it. He's like, you know what? I'll put everybody in charge, and I want to be in charge. They can change it later. Who cares?
But you know what, Mr. Weathers? I'll give you a raise, and we'll be even Steven.
Fuck you, man. I want to spit everywhere. I want to spit all my laptop and end of my night. I'm like, oh.
And we lost
Here's a
Wes.
raise. We're even, Steven.
So, a little Easter egg for you. In the background of the town square, you could see a statue of IG-11. Because, you know, the
That's
whole
necessary.
city acknowledges they were saved by him. Anyway, we get a Baby Yoda goes to school B-plot. So they've opened like an elementary school, and Grief Cargo insists they just leave Baby Yoda in school all day while they go on their mission.
Finally.
Eat macarons.
And eat macarons.
Is that like macaroni or like macaroons?
Macaroons.
No, it's actually the French president.
Macaron.
No, you mean John
Macron.
Yeah, you mean Jean-Baptiste Macaroon?
Yes.
And Mitch McConnell, Jar-Jar Binks is in the back like, oh no, miso next.
Don't eat the macaroons.
So yeah, there's a
Miso don't want to get eaten. Go ahead.
There's a little snot-nosed kid next to Baby Yoda, and Baby Yoda wants some of the cookies he's eating, and he's like, go fuck yourself.
I agree. Like, dude, get your own cookies, you fucking prick. Like, what? Just because you're sitting next to me means you're entitled to my food? Dude, give me some of your tots, Napoleon.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. I was going.
Dude, I'm gonna put him in my pants pocket for later. Fuck you.
I'm freaking starving.
So
Yo,
the
Napoleon, give me some of your
kid looks
tots.
over to the other side to get a little new kid here, and Baby
He's
Yoda
a
uses
nerd.
the Force to steal the macaroons. And
Smart.
no consequence. He just eats macaroons now. They're lime green.
Mm.
So Mithrol's back, the blue guy from the very first episode who was frozen in carbonite, because, yeah.
Because he was
he's
like,
there.
I'm on your ship, and wow, look at all this stuff.
Yeah.
They're like, we
I
need a
think-
You
callback.
watched it. You watched
I think-
the episode.
Yeah. Yeah, look at me. I'm so fucking good.
Grief Cargo needed an accountant. So he
Mm.
unfroze. Did he never turn him over? Like, they built an
Yeah, what?
entire school, liberated Navarro, done all this, and he never turned over this bounty? Or is the bounty for, like, did Grief Cargo want him? I don't know.
Yeah, he was like, in case I ever need an accountant, I'm just going to keep him frozen in my closet. And later on, he's like, oh, fuck, nobody does my books. And he's like, oh, shit. Remember that guy stored, like, in the basement?
Yeah, how long did
Bring
Gilbert
that-
live for? His
bring
sentence
that-
was like 300 years.
That's a good question, too. Does he have,
And
like,
then, and then
a...
he's like, oh, we'll knock 100 of them off. And he's like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm like, what? You're going to live for another 300 years?
Guess so. I mean, Yoda...
I thought that was like
OG
when we
Yoda
get
was, like,
sentenced to like,
900.
if we kill someone and get sentenced to like 100 years in prison, and it's like, well, we're not going to make it out. But
OG
No,
Yoda was, like,
no,
900,
no, this-
so... You know.
Yeah, the sentences for like the court system don't add up to ours.
So,
like 9 million years. He's like, well, that's only 1/5 of my lifetime. I'm like, what?
yeah, does he have like trading cards of different professions? Like, if I ever need a welder, I've got this guy frozen in carbonite. You can take some time off.
Yeah.
Off his
That's
sentence.
smart. Yeah, that's very smart. Just have a bunch of people frozen that do trades. There's my electrician, my plumber.
My shit.
they would just fuck up the job so they could stay unfrozen longer. It's like, oh, I'm done with my job. I go back to the frozen carbonite.
I suppose it's not terrible. He's just chilling.
So,
Take a super one.
Grief
Chilling.
Cargo.
Second weather reference by you, Wes. You're on fire today.
Damn, Wes.
And I don't mean lava girl.
Thank you.
Is
I
lava
don't mean
weather?
lava girl either. Yeah, you have to edit that up.
For all our audio listeners.
Oh, I've got a limiter on decibels for you guys coming in just for Wes.
Dude, you're getting good at this job.
I know they should hire me on a real podcast.
I was gonna say you could probably handle like going to a real podcast now.
Brian's gonna leave us.
He's gonna be like, yeah, I got a job with a real company. I'll be like, don't worry, Marty will take over. And you'll be like, hey, my internet crapped out again. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, it's the Wes and Aaron show.
Why would Brian leave? Why would Brian leave this podcast for the same amount of money to do this job somewhere else?
He's
We're gonna have to start paying
paid.
I'm saying there's no money.
That's what I'm saying. We'd have to start paying him. It's the only way we can retain him.
I'll pay him in calamari flan.
We'll put him on retainer.
Oh, I'll pay you in retainers.
Yeah.
I know
All
it's
tempting offers.
Apprentice.
Well, maybe that's why he became a dentist.
So it turns out Grief Cargo needs something from Din Djarin. There's this
M&Ms?
old Imperial base, which he says has a skeleton crew on it that they just want to, blow up because there's weapons there, just in case.
Is it a crew made out of skeletons?
Yeah, it's a bunch of skeletons.
Oh, you'll find
It's
out.
like- Hey, top 5 skeletons.
Jack Skeleton?
Yeah,
Yep.
Jack Skellington, Skeletor from He-Man.
Okay.
That's good. There aren't that
Who's
many
the guy?
good
Who's the guy?
skeletons.
Who's Skelton? The
Oh,
quarterback?
skeleton version of Captain Barbosa
Blake
from
Blake
Pirates of
Skeleton.
the Caribbean.
Oh,
The best poetry
yeah,
singer in the
Yeah.
world.
I like it, Marty. Blake Skelton sounds like he can sing like nobody's
pretty good.
business.
All right, we need one more.
Married Gwen Skeltfani, so that's good.
That was a little rough, but we'll
Brian's face through the whole thing was like, yeah, I agree. That was not one of my proudest moments. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So, they're gonna go to the Imperial base, leave Baby Yoda in school, and
of course.
so they head over to the base. Cara Dune puts some dude in a headlock instead of shooting them because she's a UFC fighter in real life.
It's the mailman delivering boats.
So they
These are all the mail-in ballots, and she's like,
oh. He's like, that's a postman. Leave him alone.
They're like,
I
"Dude, he's
didn't
just
realize
trying
we
to,
were going full circle on this one.
That's her
No,
fault.
I think that's pretty much where I don't give a shit how she feels politically. It's just fun.
Wait,
So I'm gonna end up.
is she
what's
actually
that?
a Republican in real life? Did I miss this?
Is
You
she?
haven't heard about all this?
No.
Well, she's
Dude, what?
tweeting some stuff about how the
Oh,
election's
no.
bullshit.
Yeah, she's retweeted a bunch of people. It's a bunch of crazy racist nonsense. But I'm like,
I'm
yeah,
gonna make
tweet
fun of
whatever you
her
want.
the rest of the show. Then I know you're listening.
I know that's why.
Hey,
that's where
Cara
this is
Dune,
coming from.
I don't know your real name.
It turns out that we shouldn't take political opinions from people who get punched in the head for a living.
Crazy enough.
Yeah.
You know, every time I have a political question, I just tweet at Gronk. And I'm like,
Yeah. You know who's got the diverse political opinion? Gronk.
I'm the party, bro. And I'm like, I agree.
Gronk can get
Time to
convinced
party.
by anyone the day of. Like, he could be walking into the poll undecided, and like some guy in a Biden t-shirt could give him a high five, and it'd be like, you
Yeah.
know what?
Yeah.
I
He's
know my
all
buddy
right.
Tom Brady's donates to the Trump campaign, but I liked that high five a lot.
But this Biden supporter just made a 69 joke.
My daughter's like, you know how old Joe Biden's gonna be or was at one point? 69. And Grunk's like, that stands to reason. 69's funny. I'm voting for him.
Sorry, Tommy.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, sorry, Tommy.
Oh my God. And that's not even a joke.
Welcome to America, guys. Where's
All
that guy
right.
that's asked me, is America racist again? Because I think we have more.
Yeah.
More for you, bro.
Where's he?
The Brazilian guy who popped into our... That was like the first episode.
That was, yeah, I was
Don't
like, oh,
listen to
shit,
that
we
one.
already
We're trying to beat the views.
But
Don't listen to
you
it.
guys gonna be that podcast, you know.
have- oh, man, we already have fans. What do you got? And the guy's like, America is racist. And I was like, yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
So their plan
racist.
is they're gonna go drain the cooling of the heat vents. For some reason, the heat vent is just this big
Hot.
pipe over a pit of lava. Like, I have no idea what function it serves in the base, but they're gonna drain coolant from it.
No guardrails, man.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just put your big pipe somewhere else? Right, guys?
Where would you like me to put my big pipe, Wes?
So then at the end of the movie, that's exactly what the guy says to the wife that wasn't really his wife. And I'm like, wow, where are we going with this?
I thought I was watching Table 19.
I was like, oh, this is table 69. And Gronk's like, yeah, it is.
Yeah, the Gronk is in the back.
You've got my vote.
Gronk's like, table 69.
Anna Kendrick,
You know
I'm voting for you.
69 tables are nuts.
Yeah. Like Gronk, the election was a month ago.
Wait, the election isn't on June 9th?
Yeah.
It's like, where do I put this mail-in ballot? And Cara Dune's like, nowhere.
Yeah, give it to me.
I'll make sure it gets counted, you bitch.
Oh, Jesus.
Feeds it to that parent.
All right, so they do it. They drain the coolants from the heat vents. So they're trying to escape, and they run into these science nerds, and they're like, "Oh shit, purge the drives." And I like, is it child porn? What is it?
It's probably all those votes for Biden that were never counted.
All those electronic votes for Biden. Kara's like, no, don't
drives.
shoot him.
And then they take off their mask, and it's just Cara Dune the whole time. She's like, I couldn't let him win.
So they're purging some drives. They shoot him. They look at some tanks, and we see what I'm going to confirm is fetal version of Snoke. It is early Snoke in a
I
tank.
thought they were cloning 8 Mookie Betts to play for the LA Dodgers.
Was that the baseball joke you had?
That was a baseball joke.
Honestly, the Deanna Navarro one was way better, but I feel like
I actually, in my notes, it's cloning Snoke. Let's clone 8 Mookie Betts.
you know what they should do? Clone 30 Mookie Betts, one for each team. Make the league fair.
That's a good point. Equality.
Every team has a Mookie Betts.
Or 69 Mookie Betts.
You get like a Spartacus moment. I'm Mookie Betts. I'm Mookie Betts.
I want Mookie Betts to play in my spot today, coach. And like all the center fielders and right just putting their jerseys down. He's like, get your fucking shit back on.
This is a reference to 42.
No, it's
Oh, is this Rudy?
The movie? Yeah, I want Rudy to play quarterback coach, and he's like, dude, we gotta win this game, or else we're not going to the fucking championship game. He's like, no, Rudy's playing QB
Let's
coach.
complain about Rudy for a moment. They put little 160-pound Rudy in at D end for his only play. What the fuck is that shit?
Brian's like, I could have done that.
And here's your defensive tackle, Rudy. No last name, just Rudy.
Rudy.
Rudy Patootie. Rudy Patootie.
Yeah, right. Does anyone know what his last name is? I don't know.
Nobody. It's
Rudy
a fake story.
Gamgee.
Parents?
Trudy Rudy Gamgee. I'm sorry, Mr. Frodo. I couldn't make the tackle.
Yeah, I couldn't get to
Rudy
touchdown.
Baggins.
Mr. Frodo, who ate all the llama's bread.
I get it.
I'm so glad you guys have all seen this. Some of us recently, and some of us when we were children and got freaked out. Oh, this is great.
So we see some Snokes in some tanks, and this is when I write. I just start writing some notes for Carl Weathers on how to have a good B plot, because we don't get any follow up with Baby Yoda, and I'm like, what?
Dude, he's
what
just
else?
in school eating cookies.
What else? He could have had like forced dodgeball. Like we could have seen Recess with Baby Yoda. I think
I want to see him force choking
B-plot
another
scene.
child.
I genuinely thought he might force choke the child for the cookies. Or
Yeah.
Baby Yoda in detention for stealing the cookies. We could have used one B plot scene, Carl.
Yeah, you know who never does anything adventurous? It's people. Because if I directed
Carl
this,
Weathers.
yeah, no, it's just people. If I directed this, he would have definitely killed that kid for the cookies. And then it would have been like, is Baby Yoda kind of fucked up maybe a little bit? And you don't really know. But
Evil?
yeah, so he just like, he force chokes the kid, and then you see the kid die. And I'm like,
He knew
holy
about
shit.
Cara Dune before all of us.
He did. He did. They were like, we're going to arm wrestle. He's like, dude, she doesn't like politics that are good.
She's actually a fascist.
Yeah, they're like, wait a minute, fascism's bad. And they're like, no, Baby Yoda, it's okay. And he's like, you'll see. I tried. Fascism, here it comes.
She fucking loves Jar Jar McConnell.
Yeah.
Mitch Binks.
Yeah, Mitch Binks.
Is that Mitch Binks?
Oh man. So yeah, we don't get a B plot scene, but we get a little hologram of, I think it was the original scientist who doesn't kill, who's basically just like, hey, we need a higher M count for these clone bodies, so I'm gonna need the donor again. The donor being Baby Yoda.
If your M count is low, I recommend dysphoria.
M counts being midichlorian count. They did not want
I
to
was going to say that's definitely
midichlorian.
midichlorian.
Side
They
effects
said-
include runny nose, diarrhea, achy heart,
Flushing of the
achy
face.
heart.
We want Ricky Hart.
drippy eyes.
I have a question. I'm going to cite Aaron on achy breaky heart. So.
Butterflies.
But also, like, I have a question.
PBGBs.
What does an achy heart feel like? Have you ever experienced achy heart for being cloned? Call me, Wes Isaac, attorney at law. I will fix
Are you a
your
clone?
achy
Do you
heart.
have an achy heart?
Are you an achy heart clone and you've been wrongly terminated by the Republic? Call me. Attorney at law.
Attorney at love.
Attorney at law. Do you have an achy breaky
We
heart?
heard it,
Call me.
Aaron.
Yeah, no, Aaron picked his spots, man. There wasn't enough coverage for me to steal that
he's
one.
painting the corners.
He's baiting the corners, man.
Yeah, it's me and 8 cloned Mookies.
Who's catching for you? Is it Deanna Navarro? Because you're bro.
So we learned that our characters did not know Moff Gideon's alive.
Moth or moth?
Yeah, I said Moth. I meant Moth.
Grand Moff.
Back with you. A little
He did not fly
caterpillar.
into the light bulb.
Dude, he got into that accident and then he had no body left. So he didn't show you, but he had to replace his body with moth wings and moth body.
He's a big moth.
He's now
It's just-
Moth Gideon.
It's just Giancarlo Esposito's head on a moth body flying around. Like, no, guys, I don't know. Darth Moth.
Welcome to Los Pollos Hermanos.
Wait till Darth Moth shows up and he's like, and you're like, oh. And all things about moths from now on. They eat your clothes. Nobody has any clothes. It's a nightmare.
That's a nightmare.
So I teased that Baby Yoda may have been involved with cloning from some theories, but I was pretty hyped to find out that it's true. I wrote a little note here that they're asking Filoni to fix the sequels like he kind of did with the prequels with his Clone Wars show. Yeah.
I don't think you can fix the sequels by
No, you can't.
changing what happened in between them. Like that's not.
Well,
No,
filling
but you
in
can-
some
It doesn't
gaps.
change. It
Well, no.
explains it.
Explaining things. It's about
Well,
explaining things. Where it's like, we designed a space station, but if you just throw like a chicken nugget into this port, the whole thing blows up. And everybody's like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. But later on, the guy's like, I'm going to make a flaw on the space station because fuck the Empire. And I'm like, oh, okay, now it kind of adds up. But before you were like, dude, why would who
Thank
did
you,
this?
Gary Whitta, writer of Rogue
Yeah.
One.
I think that might be an Aaron book.
It's cheating. He also fills in on this video game podcast I listen to, but I'll take it.
I gotta get rid of my.
Marty's like, wait, am I tracking the errand bucks?
I want Aaron to start writing them on his ceiling.
He just gets a paintbrush.
Aaron's just like, I'm like, yeah, get that going,
Aaron like quits his parents' house like someone on their last day of work. He's just like, and here's for the ceiling. He's just like Aaron, you're just moving down the road.
Yeah.
Like, sorry about all the Aaron bucks all over the ceiling.
Make it rain on this bitch. No Pumbaa.
Oh, and there's
like
cannonballs.
No Pumbaa.
Damn it! Now we gotta still use that. I don't know.
Here, now I just gotta play a few seconds of the.
Pull up! All craft, pull up!
All right, that was just a tease.
That was almost close to how a real podcast operates. I'm very impressed.
I like how we pretended there that everyone makes it to the end of the podcast.
Somebody listening and they're like, fuck, I have to keep listening.
Anyone other than Donkey Flap makes it to the end. Let's see here. So when they realize Moff Gideon's alive, they realize they're still hunting Baby Yoda, so Din just rushes off by himself to go at Baby Yoda, which leaves Mythrol. Don't forget about Mythrol, Cara Dune, and Grief Cargo to escape.
Escape what?
They're at this Imperial base still, where they were cloning
they left that
Snokes.
already. Didn't they kill everybody and they figured it out? And the scientist who was like, I thought they left already.
No, it's a different Imperial base. They're still there. They saw the scientists there, and they purged their child porn drives.
Sure. So
yeah, they escape in some ship thing. They're chased by some TIE fighters.
Wait. Does Din just leave them behind? Like, he takes his ship and he's like, good luck finding a way out of here.
He takes his jetpack.
He jetpacks off the planet?
They're still on Navarro.
Deanna Navarro?
They never left
Still sticking
Navarro.
around.
They were on Navarro, and Grief Cargo was like, hey, we've cleaned up this city, but there's still this base out here I'd really like to kill everyone at.
Sure, but like,
and
it's
Cara
close
Dune's
by.
like, I hear they may be registered voters, so I'm gonna help.
I hear they vote blue.
I was gonna say, I heard that base usually leans Democrat.
Yeah, the storm.
Let's phone in Deanna Navarro and see what way he leads. What's he up to?
Honestly, we could probably get him on the show.
Probably good.
Deanna Navarro, if you're listening, give us a call.
And
Shoot
talk
us a message.
politics on our Star Wars
Let's talk-
podcast.
Let's talk Star Wars politics, bro.
Even more fun.
Dude, you know my favorite part about Star Wars is intergalactic trade law, so
It is.
I'm always ready.
So their little ship is like this levitate or this hovering ground speeder thing, and Grief Cargo's like the Frank Reynolds of shooting. He's in this little cannon thing trying to shoot the TIE fighters.
I started blasting them.
And he's like hitting the sides of a canyon. Like they're flying down this narrow canyon, and he's just blasting the side walls.
I've been there.
Yep. Blasting the sidewalls.
Yeah, buddy. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
So I guess the Razor Crest was fixed in the 6 hours, fully fixed. And
wait. So he went to a whole other planet with fish people, and it took them like an entire day to patch it. But he goes back to Deanna Navarro, and they can fix it in 6 hours.
You see, there were 2 mechanics on Deanna Navarro.
Oh, now I'm learning so much tonight. I can't wait to watch this episode this week.
I did it no justice because I thought it was pretty good, but we'll get to our other hosts' opinions.
Can't wait for mine.
So yeah, the Razor Crest was fixed already, I guess, and just when you thought Cara Dune, Mithril, and Grief, just practicing their names, we're going to get blown up. The Razor Crest comes in and blows up the TIE fighters.
Makes sense.
So, the great moment at the end, Grief Cargo says to Din, I guess we're even now.
That's what I texted Brian.
Are you guys fucking kidding me?
He literally says even.
That's not a joke.
Brian
Yeah.
immediately.
Are you guys fucking... That can't be right.
Well,
Maybe.
Brian, actually, we have a clip of what happened. Brian, take it away.
Yep. Here we go.
Pull up! All craft, pull up!
Now that you guys can hear it, I'm just going to do it all the time.
I like
No,
it.
dude, you know what we should do? Can you do different sound clips on that? Like, could you get one that where he's like, I guess we're even now. Could you get that?
That's a good point.
I could. We would get like copyright. I don't know if we get copyright struck.
It depends on how much time. If it's like 2 seconds of it, then it's
What if it's him saying Steven and you saying Steven? And you combine
Like
the
I'm
two
sure you
pictures?
guys watched our SpongeBall's playthrough, where I clipped out a few seconds of click click boom. I didn't get copyright struck. Now it doesn't matter if we get copyright struck because we don't make any money.
Yeah, what
All
are
that
they?
means
We
on
want some of
YouTube-
the profits. I'd be like, here's zero.
Wait,
All
my
that
check
means
isn't
on
in the mail?
YouTube is our money's or our video's demonetized, which
No.
What
demonetized
contract did I
zero.
sign at the beginning of this?
You're stuck for
Damn.
life.
I'm making less than Deanna Navarro did for the race.
Ooh, I honestly think our best bet is to try to get copyrighted and hope that like Carl Weathers is like, you can't steal my shit. I'm gonna have to come on your show now. I'd be like, I guess we're even Stevens, bro.
Do like such an egregious copy. Just post that episode on YouTube.
Yo, dude, no good publicity is good publicity.
there we go.
Time for publicity. Let's do it.
Yeah, I can just do the headlines now. Cannonballs / SpongeBall's podcast gets in trouble for copyright infringement after Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers cracks down on.
Where's that
SpongeBob
headline?
podcast.
Is that headline on our podcast?
I think it's the New York Post.
It's the New York Post. Somehow I have to disagree.
It's Bikini Bottom Times.
it's the Brian, look at you. That's what it's gonna be on.
Look at me. So
Look at me.
Din Djarin leaves, and the New Republic shows up to ask some questions of everyone. Grief lies. He's just like, Razor Crest, who's that? I've never seen.
I barely
anyone
even know her. Oh,
That'd be great.
So,
They talk to Cara Dune. The guy's just like,
That was so funny.
oh, you're from Alderaan?
Did you
Did
wound
you
anyone
lose
in
anyone?
Alderaan?
The fucking planet blew up, you dumbass.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Yeah, but I served.
I
served.
originally was gonna say this was cool, but I'm deciding it's not cool. I just noticed Cara Dune's Rebel logo teardrop under her eye.
it is cool.
No, it's not.
If you like white supremacy, it's super cool.
All right. Wait. You're lucky nobody makes it to
Alderaan,
the
the
end
whitest
of the
planet
podcast.
in the
Wes.
galaxy. Name one black person from Alderaan. Oh wait, Organa. Fuck. Bail Organa.
Give me 3 other people from Alderaan that you know.
Right.
I don't know that many. Like I think I know
Name
like
4
3.
black people in
and-
Star Wars.
Name what? How many more?
4 black people in Star Wars.
Finn, Mace Windu, Bail Organa.
We can do this.
We got one more. Jar Jar Binks was played by a black guy.
So was
racist.
Darth Vader was voiced by a black guy. I think that Jar Jar Binks and Darth Vader's being voiced by black people equals 1.
You guys.
Yeah, are we sure Jar Jar isn't a black Naboo? Whatever he is.
Nabooian.
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 Oh, the guy who guards Princess Leia.
the servant.
Yeah. I don't know what his name is, but
How are you guys-
Princess Leia? No, from episode 1, Princess Amidala.
Oh yeah, the guy that you reference all the time.
Yeah, I remember his name. I'll find it. But how are you guys going to leave out Lando Calrissian?
Captain Panaka.
Is my question. Yes, Captain Panaka. How are you
we're
going to
gonna
leave out
leave out
Lando
who, Brian?
Calrissian?
Captain Panaka is obviously way more relevant than Lando Calrissian. I don't know what you're talking.
Popeye Panaka.
All
Masahiro
right, I'm
Panaka.
done with you two. So-
Yeah. Captain Tanaka is definitely going to get a decent deal. If you bring back Captain Tanaka, then your pitching staff is going to be shit. You need to move on from Captain Tanaka. He's old, washed up, going to command a lot of money. I would not bring back. If I'm the Yankees, I'm not bringing back Captain Tanaka.
So we end on Moff
Is that it?
Gideon's Star Destroyer, and we realize one of the repairmen was a spy and planted a tracking device on Din Djarin's ship.
They did make that obvious when they first showed him like fixing the ship.
Why?
There was
'Cause he's
way
an
too much screen
alien?
time on that guy. Like
They did
you
make
don't
you
focus
see
your
this
camera on the guy, and
mechanic's
he's just staring back at you, and it's like,
He's like,
oh, well,
I'll
obviously he's up to
fix
something.
the ship.
Yeah.
He's like an alien.
Greek
He didn't get to
Cargo's
vote
like,
in the
great, then we'll
election,
be
so
even
he has like a
Stevens.
grudge against everyone.
So
I
yeah,
wish I
they
could have voted.
plant a tracking device. We see Grief Cargo with a bunch of dark troopers, which are
Bunch of cargo.
which are droid stormtroopers in this black armor.
If you could have done that,
Did
why
you
would
say
you?
he was Greek cargo with the Star Troopers?
Moff Gideon.
Oh, yeah, I did.
I mean,
No,
I mean,
don't even do that. There's so many dumbass names in this show.
Yeah, I didn't see the episode, so I was like, "Oh man, this is really." I'm like, "Wow, things are really heating up." I'm like, "Why is he hanging out with Dark Troop?" I'm like, "Oh, has he been
He's
part
a
of the
bad
Empire
guy.
the whole time?"
That's
like,
how
oh
you
my
direct an
God.
episode, Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers with Dark Troopers. There's no racy thing in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian was definitely not.
Or even Steven.
Brian wasn't associating by color or anything. He's fine.
You guys don't even know Grief Cargo's name until Sunday nights when I say it.
You're absolutely right. I'm like, "Oh look, it's Carl Weathers."
You see how I was practicing everyone's name like 10 minutes ago? I'm like, Grief Cargo, Cara Dune, Mithril. Anyway,
Din
Moff
Djarin. I'm
Gideon.
pretty sure there was a couple episodes where you're calling him Din Djarin.
Yeah, I totally did that.
I'm not gonna lie, you called him Dinjaro, so I associated that. So I think last week I was like, and then Dinjaro does this.
It's Din
And it kind of
Djarin.
went. Yeah, I know. I figured that out after, and I was like, I think I fucked that up because that doesn't seem right. I was like, I've heard them pronounce his name like in the show recently, and I'm like, Dinjaro? And then I was like, Brian says it, I'm on board. Brian's like, and his name is Din Badin, and I'm like, all right, so Din Badin.
You know,
does
all
this,
those guys
and-
in helmets look the same. So, no. Just
I was
silence
gonna
on that
We're
one.
getting serious, like, yeah, we're getting into a dark area here.
I was gonna leave it alone.
Marty, come on. Cut it out.
Yeah. Dark area, come on, Marty. We're
Yeah,
not children.
Jesus.
But yeah,
Come on,
we're
step it
gonna hit 100 views on a video where I call him Din Djarin the whole time.
Hey,
Maybe you should just keep fucking it up. That would be one of the things that if you find that, you get your 5 minutes.
Fuck up
of
everyone's name. I'm on the right path already. Anyway, my last note, Marty spoiled the next episode. It's called The
Eddie Hughes. What's it called? What is it called?
it's called
Yeah.
misdirection.
The Jedi.
Oh, first.
Spooky.
Tingles, right?
Not Return of the Jedi.
I'm tingling.
Not Rise of Skywalker. Not The
Just
Last Jedi. Just
Jedi.
The Jedi.
You know what? I do have a question though.
Sure.
Top 5 Jedi.
Wow.
Darth
Like-
Vader?
Just in our opinion, or
Ahsoka
are we
Tano.
ranking them in a fight or wisdom or?
How do you want to rank them? It's up to you. Top 5 Jedi.
So Liam Neeson has to be at the top.
Qui-Gon.
So it's Qui-Gon Jinn.
Mine's Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon's the
Because
number
of Liam
5. He's
Neeson.
my favorite, but he's the number 5. I
Obi-Wan.
think you have to put Obi-Wan at 1 because of his
Obi-Wan's
last
the
name.
top. I know.
He's the Obi-Wan.
Kenobi.
Smitty Worman Jaegerman Obi-Wan. He was Obi-Wan.
Mace Windu was pretty great.
He's. I feel like he kind of got. When
he
you
beat
watch
the
it, he's kind of
Emperor.
overrated.
He no, I don't think he's overrated. I think he's underrated.
Why don't we just do shoe-ins? Why don't we just do shoe-ins to narrow it down? So Obi-Wan,
Kiadi
Yoda.
Mundi.
I don't.
Get out of here.
I honestly agree, but
Ahsoka Tano's in my top 5.
Ray.
Okay, Ray's not in my top 5.
And
Finn might be moderately
Finn-
force
Fish
sensitive.
though.
Like
Finn might be in my top 5.
yeah, Finn is like the guy where it's like you're kind of sensitive to this allergy, but you can still eat it. So it's like he's like, "Can you eat peanuts?" And he's like, "I'm peanut sensitive."
Yeah, I
But-
think that's a
but
big
like,
break.
You're like, "Oh shit!" Like, can you touch him? He's like, "No. If I have like a couple peanuts, sometimes like I might cough once."
I'll
And
have
that's
an
like the
achy
same
heart.
exact amount. What's
see,
that?
I said I have an
Achy
achy heart.
If I have like 8 peanuts, I get an achy heart.
if Finn was in Harry
You eat
Potter,
too many peanuts and had an achy heart, give me a call.
I want
I'm
to hear
a
this if
lawyer.
Finn was in Harry Potter.
Yeah, no, hit us with it, Aaron.
so he'd be the janitor. He'd just be Filch there, fucking sweeping up
He's
after
like,
their
"Where's
shit.
my cat?"
He's got no powers. He doesn't have shit. That's
He's
Finn.
like, "Where's my cat?"
Like Voldemort's coming, he's just like, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here.
yeah, can't do anything about that guy.
Runs into Moaning
It's
Myrtle. Like, no, I just want to get the fuck out of
Victor Crumb's got this.
here.
I'm not the guy.
Welcome to Harry Balls.
That's good. That was good. Top 5 wizards.
All right,
Gandalf.
we're gonna look at YouTube comments.
Yo, come on, bro.
So
Wizards of Waverly
I like
Place.
wizards because
Oh.
wizards you could choose both sides.
Wizards, you can choose anything.
well, I think an evil wizard is a warlock.
Wait, I thought
In Harry Potter, they're not wizards.
I thought a warlock was a male witch.
I
How's
think
that-
all
is-
sides are
that's a
wizards in
wizard,
Harry
right?
Potter.
Is a witch a wizard?
I think so.
Harry Potter's a witch?
Well, he's a
Wearing
wizard.
Broomstick. Fuck.
Marty.
Do we
Got
want an
bucks.
answer to this?
Marty's learning today.
They have potions. God damn. This is a crazy
Do we wanna-
realization
do
for
we
a
want an answer
live
to this?
podcast.
Yeah, we're learning a bunch today, guys. Go ahead, Brian. What do you got for us?
We want an answer.
Of what?
Are the evil wizards wizards? In Harry Potter.
Nailed it.
All right, we're not even. We're gonna look at YouTube comments. Here we go.
Yeah, top 5 wizards, John Wall.
This would be
You
not
can't
for
leave out
long, I
Gilbert
don't think.
Arenas.
That's fair.
Gilbert
Dude, Agent Zero, of course.
Wizard Zero.
All right.
Saruman.
So one Dimitri Yerba commented awesometeens.online on our last video.
Oh, is that the porn site we should be
That's what we need to advertise.
I have a few questions. Are we the awesome teens? Because, like, thank you. We're pretty old now, but, like, we could still be teens. Guys. But maybe he's like, look at these awesome teens. Did he copy and paste the entire link on the awesometeens.com? I'm going to look it up later on and see what I find.
I would do that on a thing that you
Send
don't
me-
mind discarding.
Send me the link.
Yeah. Dude, on a
Yeah,
whatever.
phone.
Link in the bio.
Yeah.
And then it looks like, see, I'm not seeing any comments, but I get notifications when I get them. So our very own Matt Martirosian commented, "We missed Asagi at 9
Oh,
minutes."
you
and
know what?
30
I
seconds.
deleted that because I forgot we were talking about sopping, and I heard soggy, and I was like, "Oh, we missed the soggy," and then I was like, "Shit, we were actually talking about soppy."
Sopping
Well,
was the
disappointed I
secret
did
word.
not get
We
the
didn't have
lead
a
the way I
secret word
wanted
this week,
to.
unless it was weather-related things. Did you guys?
No, Aaron was talking about soggy mozzarella sticks,
Oh, okay.
and I mistook that for sopping.
Sopping mozzarella
And-
sticks would
Yeah.
also be
Yeah,
bad.
so
Those are vastly different.
I got a bone to pick with Google that was allowed to stay up after I deleted it.
No, it's not there, but I could see the notifications, so I could see my notification history.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, awesome
Brian.
teens.online is also not there.
Brian, what? Brian gets all the no matter what you say, it never leaves Brian's life.
That's right.
Oh,
I'm
no.
the Fort Knox of YouTube comments. And none getting out of
Brian,
here.
Top five Knoxes.
Kevin Knox,
Brian Knox.
Johnny Knoxville. Hey, Jinx.
Hello.
Nixie Knox.
Dixie
Stevie
Knox jokes.
Nick Knox. Nick Knox.
Nick Knox.
I like that one.
That was good. Nick Knox is my
So
favorite.
on our gameplay of Battle for Bikini Bottom, part 2 coming up not this Wednesday, but the following one.
Yeah, what are we doing? Dude, really? Like this Wednesday, you guys aren't around because this is the one Wednesday I have no class.
I'm
Right,
just
yeah.
not by my desktop
drinks, yeah.
computer this Wednesday.
What are you doing this Wednesday, Brian?
I will be at my girlfriend's house.
Gross.
I agree. Fucking
Congrats.
what a loser.
So Donkey Flap comments on the SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom gameplay funny moments part 1. Great YouTube title by
God.
Brian.
Yeah, congrats, Brian.
Want to play a game
Nailed
of
it.
SpongeBall? Thank you, Donkey Flap.
We'll have to ponder that one for a while. Oh shit.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Jesus.
I thought we were going to get under an hour, but somehow we've dragged on for 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's because we talk a lot of bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, we went off on Deanna Navarro for the longest
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what you expected from us.
I'm pretty sure Deanna Navarro is going to like Google himself and be like, holy fuck, I was mentioned?
Yeah, popular this week.
Let's give him a credit in the podcast.
Yeah.
Can we do that? Is that a thing we can do?
What do you
Tag
mean
him.
by give him a credit? Like a
I don't
Republic
know.
credit? Because maybe he doesn't take Republic credits.
And as we always say, fuck you, Brian.
No Pumbaa.